We got a brand new Spider-Man 2 update with a lot of noteworthy fixes and changes. So as always, I will tell you everything you need to know, starting with a change to MJ her missions. First, she could namely die in one shot when playing on the spectacular or ultimate difficulty, which would be kind of frustrating, but now after the update on those higher difficulties, she can take 2 hits before she drops, so no more instant game over screens. This one is huge. They namely removed the very easy out of bounds glitch that you could do over here on the map. Before the update, you could just go here, fall through the map, and then for example go to Kraven's trophy room, as we showed you before in a previous video. You could also use this to make some cool pictures. But now after the update, you will not fall through the ground at this location anymore. Now it's still interesting though, because this was already a glitch in Spider-Man PS4 back in 2018, then fixed in Spider-Man Remastered in 2020, while in Miles Morales, right now you can still drop through the map and get out of bounds. So that's not the only game where it's still possible, as again it's fixed in Spidey 2. There was an issue where NPCs on boats could spawn on top of each other, and yeah, that doesn't look comfy, should now be fixed. And we had an issue where players could become stuck running on a wall. It's probably this issue that R2 on Reddit shared. There were actually quite some issues with walls where you could simply go through them. Insomniac now fixed some of these, and also where Peter Parker could become stuck on a bench or railing. I think this during the Coney Island mission, but correct me if I'm wrong. I know some people could not continue during this quest and then had to reload their previous save. Should now be addressed, and if you were hiding the HUD while playing, you could also have trouble with some missions that would fail to trigger. This should now also be resolved. And believe it or not, but they did another attempt at removing the white cube glitch, where Miles or Peter would become a white cube and they could just do everything, but it would look kinda weird. Every update video I've talked about how this should now be fixed, but then people like Aryan reached out, had the new update, and still turned into a white cube, just like people on Reddit as well. Third time's the charm, you would think, right? Of course, let me know if you still encountered this bug after the 1.05 update in the comments down below. There was an issue where flips were not counted correctly for the Hang 10 trophy, making getting the 30 individual tricks while in the air harder than intended. So it should be easier now after this patch, for if you did not get it yet. Although, it was never that difficult. Just do air tricks without hitting the ground, you can still swing, and you will get it before you know it. There's another big update thing, but I first want to check on some glitches and see if they were fixed without Insomniac telling us. That symbiote nest skip tactic after putting on a symbiote suit with Peter still works. You can still get that really cool Miles lightning effect if you have your ultimate ready during the bird chase activity. One of the cool secrets we discussed in a previous video, a link to that in the video description. The interesting potential Daredevil related DLC location in Spider-Man 2 was unchanged with the update, and we can also still change the time of day with Miles by going into a Mysterium portal. Also link to that video with an explanation for if you're not familiar in the video description. But Insomniac also notes the following: addressed an issue where the player character could leave a mission and enter the open world, resulting in corrupted saves. Like, there are of course many out of bound glitches in the game, we tried them all. So with MJ during the wake up main mission, glitching out of the area still works. You can still glitch into the open world with Haley as well during her side mission. You can also still young Peter free roam on your bike in the open world during his side mission, or by getting into the water, you can still web around as well. And also, by playing either Miles or Peter via the train glitch, you can get out of bounds and explore potential DLC areas. I will put links to the videos with the full explanations in the description, but there is sadly one out of bounds glitch that they did remove. If you finish the game, then you will know. I will go more in depth on it in a bit with a quick spoiler warning. But first, Dennis, you found some cool new tricks that we can do in Spider-Man 2 also after the update, right?
That's right, Jordan. I actually want to go back to a trick we discussed in our previous video on secret changes from update 1.4, which also has the change time of day tactic, because we also discussed a really cool trick to turn the game into a black and white mode. By going into the visual settings, you can turn on high contrast mode and change enemy and NPC colors to black and white to turn the game into the perfect environment of Spider-Man Noir. But thanks to a comment from Jason, I now know how to make it look even better, and that is simply by turning the brightness all the way down and the contrast all the way up. Again, I also run the game in fidelity mode, as I think the lowered frame rate adds to the experience, and then as the cherry on top, you can of course use Miles to change the time of day or weather. So I go to the Mysterium over here on the map to turn on the rain and make Noir New York look even more depressing. Like, it looks like a completely different game at this point. I love swinging around the city and tackling a couple of crimes like this, plus you get to take some great photo mode shots. Now let's go over more secret finishers. Jordan already mentioned in a previous video that the programmable matter suit has some finishers that will have Miles also spawning spider arms. But thanks to the CVN in our comment, we now learned that that suit is not the only one. The family business suit, which can be unlocked as soon as you are able to unlock different suits and suit variants, can also trigger finishers that bring out spider arms from Miles. And these actually look different from the ones you can get with the programmable matter suit, which means they are also new to Spider-Man 2, while the spider arm finishers with the programmable matter suit were already in Miles Morales. So a really nice addition, and you can then also go into photo mode and swap the different suits to get a nice shot with the arms and a suit you like. Next, we got another amazing new move for traversal that was brought to my attention by the Gaming Saiyan in our comments. You need the corner swing skill unlocked for this one, as we're going to use that to do a horizontal variant of the loop-de-loop. Swing around until you see any type of antenna, pole or other zip point on top of a building. As you're swinging by it, keep holding R2 and also hold circle and the left stick in the direction of the object to start the corner swing. But yeah, since you're not really swinging around a corner, you can keep going in circles as long as you want, and when you let go of the button, you are launched with a massive amount of momentum. It can be a bit tricky to get going, but it's actually a very useful move considering how far you can launch yourself with it. It also works on these big lantern posts you find in some larger open spaces, which is nice as that means there's also enough room for you to swing in a circle. So hope you have fun with these. Now back to you, Jordan, as there is one big change from the update we've yet to discuss.
Absolutely, and real quick, of course, if you found cool things in the game or any secret changes, drop it in the comments down below. In the description, you find the full patch notes for if you are curious. And now onto probably the biggest change with the update. Spoilers for if you have not finished the main story yet. Okay, you're still here. Yes, they removed the ability to free roam as a Venom. Of course, we could first get out of bounds in Times Square during Venom's mission, and then just like force yourself up this wall with the billboards, and then at the top you could like jump off and run around as Venom. Well, now after the 1.05 update, they put an invisible wall here blocking our path so we cannot get higher up. Maybe there's like another way to free roam as Venom that we don't know about yet. I will keep an eye out, but it seems like Insomniac for now removed it. It's sad, but it also kind of makes sense because there were some very weird glitchy things happening with Venom when walking around New York. And by the way, you probably don't know this, but Glitched and DA3S noted in the comments under a recent video that Venom actually uses Miles, his model. If you namely go to the baseball field in Coney Island over here on the map, you would hear Miles' voice after running around the field.
They got the series, the championship, the cup, the trophy, the whole enchilada with guac on the side.
Which probably also why you can interact with the Wakandan embassy as Venom. Pretty interesting stuff, but yeah, RIP. I don't think we will be able to do this again. Of course, if that changes, I will let you know. Subscribe to not miss our next Spider-Man 2 video. A like would really help us out. And of course, at the end of every Spider-Man 2 video, we want to highlight the awesome pictures that you can share on the Discord. A link to the Discord is in the pinned comment. Be sure you accept the rules, go to the pictures channel, share them there, and then maybe you'll be selected by our photo mode expert, Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Come in.
Hi, Jor.
Hey.
What's up, everyone? Let's start with Wolfgang, who created this terrifying shot of Venom while on Times Square. The power and details in this picture are really stunning. Moving on to Y, who might have watched our previous video on the noir style settings and took this incredible phone wallpaper shot of Peter with a noir suit while checking out the view of New York City.
And I'm totally curious, like, let us know if you got any upgraded noir pictures with the new settings we just shared. That would be cool.
But my favorite, which made me laugh a bit too, is from Die Narrator with this upside down shot of Peter looking very confident with his arms crossed with the city in the background. Awesome picture.
Very cool, and of course, again, share your shots, link in the pinned comment, and check out our previous video on some really cool secrets that you might not know about. Like, did you know you could pet the tiger? Maybe not. Check